My fiancée said, "You can't touch my money. It's all mine." I smiled. Then I walked out of the prenup meeting. A week later, she was begging. I, 32, male, always thought Madison, 30, was the one. 3 years together, living together for one. Her, family, wealthy, old money. I do okay. Software engineer, comfortable, but not in their league. The proposal was great. Nice ring. I'd saved for a Tiffany piece. She loved wedding planning kicked in. Her parents, Ralph and Diana, were heavily involved, wanting a big splashy affair at their country club. I was covering the photographer, band, our honeymoon, and a $15 non-refundable deposit on a custom floral lighting package Madison adored. About 3 months before the big day, Ralph mentioned a prenup. Standard stuff for families like ours. I wasn't thrilled, but wasn't shocked. "Send it over," I said. Fast forward to last Tuesday. Me, Madison, her dad, Ralph, and 2 lawyers. The air was stuffy. Madison seemed off, avoiding my gaze. Their lawyer droned on about protecting pre-existing family assets. Standard. Then he got to assets acquired during the marriage. Anything Madison earned or was gifted would be solely hers. My earnings, potentially marital property, but my access to her larger income stream was creatively restricted. Even a clause about any business I might start. She'd get a share if it boomed. Her businesses were ironclad hers. I looked at Madison. She was fiddling with the Cartier bracelet I'd bought her. My lawyer Alan raised an eyebrow. This seems a little one-sided. Ralph chuckled. Just protecting our daughter, Alan. Jordan understands. I waited for Madison to defend us. Silence. Then their lawyer mentioned a complete waiver of spousal support for me, regardless of circumstance. I finally spoke. "Madison, are you on board with all this?" My voice was calm inside. Something cold was spreading. She finally looked at me. Not with love, defiance, a hint of disdain. "Jordan," she said, her voice flat. "It's just how it has to be. You can't touch my money. It's all mine. No, our future. Just my money. All mine. The last 3 years, the future I thought we were building, all reduced to her money." I didn't argue. I looked at her smirking father, at their lawyer. Then, I smiled. A genuine slow smile. I stood up. "Well, this has been incredibly illuminating." I nodded at Alan. "I don't think we have anything further to discuss." I turned and walked out. No drama, just walked. Alan caught up with me in the lobby, stunned. "Jordan, what on earth?" "It's over, Alan," I said, weirdly serene. She just told me everything I needed to know. He started to talk negotiation, but I shook my head. Some things aren't negotiable. That was Tuesday. It's now Saturday. My phone has been blowing up, but we'll get to that update. So, I walked out of that prenup meeting. It wasn't a happy smile. It was the smile of a man whose illusions had just been shattered by entitled nonsense. The immediate aftermath was quiet. I went to our apartment. Madison usually got home around 7 p.m. Nothing. I packed a bag, essentials. Laptop. Left the photo of us from the coast on the dresser. Stayed at my buddy Dylan's. Wednesday morning, the phone started. Text from Madison. "Jordan, where are you? We need to talk about this." I didn't reply. Call. Ignored. Voicemail. "Jordan, seriously, this isn't funny. Call me." My father is upset. Ralph was upset. How sad. I went to work. Couldn't focus. My lawyer, Alan, called. Their lawyer called. They're surprised. Willing to reconsider discussing terms. "Alan," I said, "was Madison in that meeting? Did she hear herself?" "Yes, but then there's nothing to discuss. Tell them the wedding is off." Pause. "Are you sure, Jordan?" Just did the math. Alan, staying would be a bigger, dumber step. Wednesday afternoon, The disentanglement began first. Pedal pushes deluxe, the 15K non-refundable deposit I'd paid. Mihi, I need to cancel the Miller-Hamilton wedding. My surname is Miller, hers Hamilton. I'll keep these generic surnames for the wedding name as they weren't characters. Vendor lady, cancel. The deposit is strictly non-refundable. Me, I understand. The bride indicated a fundamental disagreement on partnership terms. Perhaps Miss Hamilton or her father would like to take over the contract. She sounded sympathetic. Yes, we have their details. I'm so sorry. Next, the band. Another $5 deposit. Same conversation, less sympathy. Sent in Madison's and Ralph's contact info. 2. Photographer, 3 deposit. She was understanding. Offered a partial refund if she rebooked. Honeymoon Maldives $20. Luckily refundable. Called Amex Travel. Cancelled. Refunds confirmed. Small win. Thursday. Madison again. Texts getting frantic. Jordan, this is ridiculous. You're embarrassing me. All our friends are asking what's going on. The invitations are out. My mother is having tittins. You need to fix this. I needed to fix what she broke. Then Ralph called. Ralph? Jordan. What you did was incredibly impulsive and disrespectful. Me, Ralph. What was disrespectful was that prenup and Madison's statement. It told me I'm not a partner. Don't be dramatic. It's just business. Marriage isn't just business to me. If it is to Madison, she needs a different partner. You're throwing away a wonderful future over a piece of paper. That piece of paper and her words were the future she offered. No thanks. You're going to regret this. Madison is devastated. Is she devastated? She hurt me or that her wedding might be off? He hung up. Good. Friday arranged to get my stuff. Dylan came. Madison wasn't there. Packed my clothes, books, my WO knives, my rocket espresso machine, my odd art left the keys. No note. Walking out was the note. Saturday, the begging commenced. Text 6 a.m. Jordan, please. I miss you. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like that. It was my dad. He pressured me. The lawyers, they made it sound so harsh. Please, can we talk? I love you, love. Didn't feature in the prenup. I haven't replied. Then a call an hour ago. Voicemail, sobbing. Jordan, please. I messed up. I know I did. I'm looking at the apartment and it's so empty. Your things. The florist called my mom. They're asking if we want to pay the rest. Nearly $25,000 for all those flowers and lights since the deposit is lost. The band, too. Daddy is furious about the money. But it's not just the money. I need you. Please, Jordan, just talk to me. We can tear up that stupid paper. I don't care about the money like that. I swear. Part of me felt a pang, but the rational part remembered her face. Cold. Daddy is furious about the money. Also stuck out. The financial pinch is starting. She's called 3 more times. Haven't picked up. Am I a cold-hearted person? No. I just have self-respect and a clearer view of my worth than she ever did. The begging has started. Let's see how this unfolds. Update. All right, Reddit. Another week of the great unraveling of Madison Hamilton. Thanks for the support. It helped knowing I wasn't crazy. The begging continued. Calls, texts, emails. She even tried my sister Natalie, who politely told her this was between us and supported me. After a couple of days of me not responding, Madison's tone shifted. The tears dried up. Entitlement flared. Text last Monday. Jordan, this has gone on long enough. You've made your point. I said I was sorry. Are you going to throw everything away over a misunderstanding? The wedding is. In less than 3 months. We've sent out the invitations. People have RSVP'd. You can't just do this. A misunderstanding? I laughed. Her "it's all mine" was crystal clear. Then came Diana, her mother, via voice-chilling voicemail. Jordan, I don't know what game you're playing, but it stops now. Madison is distraught. You are single-handedly trying to ruin her reputation. And our families. Those deposits you cavalierly walked away from. We're looking at substantial losses. Ralph is considering his options regarding your reneged financial commitments. A subtle threat. Financial commitments I made. Yes, the ones I paid deposits for the wedding she torpedoed. The let's pretend this didn't happen gambit. Midweek, Madison showed up at my office unannounced. I found her talking to the receptionist. Madison. Jordan, there you are, just in the neighborhood. My office is nowhere near her usual spots. Madison, this isn't the place. We went to an empty meeting room. Okay, look, you were mad. I was stupid. Dad was an ass. Let's just move past it. Call. The vendors. Tell them it's back on. No harm, no foul. Madison, you told me my contributions meant nothing. That's not no harm. I was just repeating what they said. I didn't mean it. You know I love you. Me? Love doesn't try to financially gut someone pre-marriage. You owned it, Madison. You can't touch my money. It's all mine. Her face tightened. So that's it? You're really going to destroy everything. Everyone will know you called off the wedding. No, Madison. Everyone will know it was called off because we weren't on the same page about marriage. She stood up, eyes blazing. You'll regret this, Jordan. You're making a huge mistake. You think you'll find someone else? Someone who will give you the life I could have. The life she could give me. Me? I think I'll find an equal partner. Not a financial accessory. I was building a good life on my own. I don't need yours. She stormed out. Pure rage. The dirty trick. Attempted sabotage. A few days later, my boss Gabriel calls me in, looking uncomfortable. Gabriel Jordan, I got a call this morning from Ralph Hamilton. My blood ran cold. Implied. You might be going through personal instability affecting your work. Mentioned erratic behavior. Suggested the company be careful given sensitive projects. Ralph actually tried to seriously jeopardize my job because I wouldn't marry his daughter under their terms. Me, Gabriel, that's a complete fabrication. My personal life had an upheaval. Yes, but my work hasn't suffered. You know my record. Whoa. Easy, Jordan. I know your. Performance is stellar. The call was odd. Sounded like a bitter old man. I told him I had complete confidence in you. Relief. Thank God for reasonable bosses. Gabriel, watch your back with that family, Jordan. They sound like a piece of work. My revenge. The calm and collected counterstrike. That call from Ralph. That flipped a switch. Sadness gone. Doubt gone. Now I was furious, but I'd be methodical. The apartment shared bills for her apartment were still in my name on autopay. Utilities, internet. I'd paid the hefty security deposit. Logged in. Cancelled everything. Effective immediately. Emailed her politely about retrieving my remaining belongings. A few kitchen items, bookshelf, winter coat. CCing Alan. Suggested she have a witness. The social circle announcement. Madison worried about what everyone will know. Fine. I drafted a simple email to mutual friends and family who got invitations. Subject: Update on Jordan and Madison's wedding. Dear friends and family, I'm writing to let you know that Madison and I have made the difficult decision to call off our wedding. This was not an easy choice. We apologize for any inconvenience. Further communication regarding vendor arrangements will come from the Hamilton family. Short to the point, no blame, but clearly positions vendor communication to her family. Alan approved, sent it. Supportive texts poured in from my friends and some mutual ones. The financial cleanup went through credit cards, bank accounts, cancelled. Any joint plans or subscriptions solely in my name that benefited us both. Wine club she loved gone. Streaming bundle downgraded. Not about money, but principle. Madison's reaction to utility cancellations. Really, Jordan? You cut off the internet. How childish, my reply. Not childish, Madison. Fiscally responsible. You said it's all mine. Assume that applied to bills, too. Silence. The wedding cancellation email apparently caused a meltdown. Mutual friend Sophia called. Dude, Madison just posted an unhinged Insta story about betrayal, then deleted it. Her mom called my mom ranting. Me, let's just say the prenup showed a side I couldn't live with. A prenup. Oof, say no more. Validating. Ralph hasn't tried anything else with work. The begging stopped now. Angry texts from Madison ignored, and stony silence from her parents. Good. I feel lighter. Dodged a huge problem. The anger from Ralph's stunt fuels a cold determination to be done. Still got to get my stuff. That's next. Update. Hey Reddit, Jordan here with the final installment. About 6 weeks since D-Day at that prenup meeting. The dust is settling. The great stuff retrieval mission. After my wedding cancellation email and cutting off utilities, Madison emailed curtly. Sunday 2 p.m. Doorman will let you in. I will not be there. Fine by me. Dylan came. The apartment felt cold. Grabbed my coat, remaining kitchen stuff, my good all-clad pan, books, a photo of my late grandparents. On the fridge were photos used. To be was a wedding invitation. Scrolled across it in red lipstick. You rascal classy shrugged. Dropped the key with the doorman. Changed bastard to something less profane, but still conveying anger. The financial consequences for them? Low all. Alan. Got a call from Ralph's lawyer. The Hamiltons were not happy about vendors demanding payment or keeping huge deposits. Remember that $15 can deposit for Petal Push's deluxe I'd paid? They had apparently signed a contract for a total floral lighting package worth nearly $40. The vendor having been stiffed on the remaining 25 Keller. Approx a figure after my deposit by the Hamiltons, who probably thought they could bully their way into a refund, was now threatening legal action against them for the balance, as Madison was the one who had signed the full contract after I put down the initial deposit. Ouch! The banned 5 Keller deposit from me had a similar clause. Madison and Ralph had apparently tried to tell them the cancellation was mutual and they shouldn't be on the hook. The band leader, a no-nonsense dude, basically refused their demands. Their country club venue also held them to a hefty cancellation. Fee. Awkward. Ralph's lawyer tried to see if I was liable. Alan shut it down. My contributions were defined. Their attempt to shield her money meant they owned her contractual obligations. The irony. They were looking at losing tens of thousands. All because it's all mine. The social fallout also for them. My calm email worked. Friends were supportive or neutral. Madison's villain narrative fell flat, especially as word of the prenup and financial mess spread. Sophia said Madison became a recluse. Her mother, Diana, was mortified by gossip and wasted money. Ralph was apoplectic. Their actions, entitlement, greed, that's what caused this. I just refused to be their doormat. Natural consequences. A moment of vulnerability. One evening about 2 weeks ago, it hit me. Not sadness for losing Madison, but for the 3 years the future I thought I was building. Poured a stiff whiskey, sat on my new balcony and felt it. The disappointment, the slight humiliation. It was about respect, partnership. She'd seen our future as a ledger sheet, protecting her column, erasing mine. That hurt. Still does a bit, but it's healing. Where I am now, life is calm, focusing on work. Gabriel, my boss, even approved a passion project. My smaller apartment feels like home. My rocket espresso machine hums. My war knives are used, re-engaging with hobbies, friends. No direct word from Madison. Mutual acquaintances say she's subdued. The financial hit caused friction between her and Ralph. He blames her for not handling me. She blames him for the aggressive prenup. Delicious. No one is begging. Their anger is likely bitter resentment. Fine. My revenge. Walking away. Choosing. Self-respect. Letting them face direct consequences of their arrogance. Hearing about them squirming over lost deposits. It brought a grim smile. Not going to lie, they played hardball. Found out I wasn't playing their game. Biggest consequence for Madison, she showed her ugly true colors. Valued money over partnership. She'll live with that. Maybe learn. Probably not. Entitled people rarely have major epiphies. Her problem now. So yeah, Reddit. It was a rotten situation, but I'm out good and I'm looking forward. Learned a major lesson about red flags. Dodged a terrible fate. Thanks for letting me vent. Peace out.